I have a script on my phone because I noticed that I like to ramble a lot. So for this video to be nice and organized, we're going to use a script. So these are actually things that I'm leaving behind so we could actually grow. So every year we say we can't change, but we want to carry the same patterns into the next season. 2026 isn't about becoming someone new, it's about finally letting go. And I feel like in this society, we are all just about physical attributes. We're all about physical attributes like, yeah, I want to go to the gym, I want to look good. But we also forget about our mental health. And that's where journaling comes in. That's when going to therapy, even doing those big steps in life that would help you so much. Actually, so much. Like, you don't understand how journaling has changed my perspective and how I'm more calmer because I don't like to talk a lot about what I'm going through. So I write it down. Anyways, so we're going to be talking about procrastination. And we're going to be talking about, we're going to put religion on this. If you're not religious, I respect you. But today we're going to be talking about procrastination disguised as waiting on God. And I'm going to be honest, I had to be honest with myself. Sometimes I wasn't waiting on God, I was avoiding discomfort. And some bullet points I put is fear of starting, wanting perfect timing, over spiritualizing hesitation. And I want to reaffirm the first bullet point that I put, fear of starting. We are fear of everything in the society. Everything is shit hell, right? And that makes us more fearful of trying new things out because we're scared of failure. Let's be honest, we're scared of failure. We're scared that we might not get the body that we want. We're just scared of things in this world, right? The second bullet point, wanting perfect timing. As I said in the first half of this video, people like to start working on themselves in January because that is the new year. If it was not January, then no one would give a fuck. Let's be honest. And I feel like as long as you know that you're just doing this for the month of January and then next month is just like, okay, that I get how people want to start off fresh, but we're starting off fresh in the wrong places. Next, comparison, especially online. So comparison makes you rush throughout seasons when you're supposed to grow. Scrolling instead of creating, measuring progress against curated lives, and a quote, God didn't design me to copy, he designed me to obey. So I want to go back to the first bullet point, scrolling instead of creating. I decided to delete my Instagram for a year. And I decided to do that because I want to start creating. I want to start putting my perspective out there. And I really want to tap into my own religion, which is Christianity. And on this channel, I have made videos last year, earlier in the year about my religion with God. And just those certain things, I feel like not a lot of people are tapped into their spirituality or what they want to do in life, or how can we take these steps? Who am I as a person? I feel like the endless scrolling and the endless ability to be on your phone should not be acceptable. Okay, so the third thing is inconsistency I made excuses for. I can't pray for discipline and then ignore the habits that build it. So we're talking about routines, showing up tired, and doing the small things. And so this part is very important to me and should be important to you guys as you guys are striving your goals in 2026. Consistency, I made excuses for. So, for example, if you want to start for the gym, because I feel like that's on everybody's list now, because we're in January, but we all know people are gonna like stop going to the gym mid-January because that's how it is. But anyways, so routines, right? So I was talking about this with a friend. I feel like a lot of people want to start the gym, but they have to understand that you can't just nilly-willy get up and go to the gym. There's different kind of tactics and there's different kind of like things that you have to accomplish first. Like for example, time management. If you don't have time management and you're just going to the gym nilly-willy, your body's going to be tired. Like, you need to know your body first. Right. Also, I also talked about this with my friend that to get into the gym, right, you need to know what you're working on. You can't just go in the gym nilly-willy and do whatever the fuck. Like, you need to, hey, I'm going to do abs on Tuesday. I'm going to do this on Friday. So, a lot of people want to work out for the gym, but they don't write it out. They don't write shit out. They just speak it out into existence, and they don't write shit out. And that's why I recommend a journal or, something to write in, because writing and then you're coming back to it like, oh, this is what I'm going to do today. All right, let's hit it, Or like plan it out in your notes. We have a phone. We have a phone, guys. Okay? Okay. Next thing is trauma responses I call personality. Not everything I thought was just how I am was healthy. This means avoidance, emotional shutdown, hyper independence. Healing isn't cute, but it's necessary. So, I want to close out with this one because I feel like a lot of people, yes, we have trauma and we hold on to a lot of pain. And I want to say this with a open heart coming from my heart, right? If you say you want to change, right? If you say you want to put things into different perspectives, if you say you want to like actually tap in, right? Why are you letting yourself go back to the past? Why are we dwelling in the past instead of the future? And I feel like in today's society, we do a lot of past reflecting instead of future reflecting. And I feel like also individuals now have a hard time getting over their trauma because they haven't gone to therapy, because they haven't gone to write things out in their journal. Like the things that need to get done, they haven't got done. And this society loves to fixate mental health as something that is important, yeah, and we have the necessary resources, but I feel like we don't use that enough. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. So, to close out this video, I'm not leaving things behind because I'm perfect. I'm leaving them behind because I'm serious. If you're watching this, maybe God is inviting you to release something as well. And if you do not believe in God, whatever you believe in, whatever you worship in, I pray and hope that you find what you need to find to get over your trauma and to prosper in 2026, because in order to prosper, you have to do some work behind it. You have to evaluate things from the past in order to look into the future. So that's all I gotta say. Happy 2026, Happy New Year. Yeah, remember to use discernment when hanging out with people this year. Remember that, if you believe in God, God got you. Remember that people from your past, leave them in the past, leave them in 2025 for a reason. And yeah, prosper, grow, and develop in 2026.